Good morning, good morning. Alida here for NERDSHOCK. So last time we took a look at some resources I enjoy using when playing Guild Wars 2. And today we will go quite early to do our dailies and maybe finish up some weeklies. And because Basil the Wanderer is still on a break from adventuring through Tyria, I thought, why not take you guys along with me as we complete our dailies. So let's log in and start. So because it's very early currently, it's like 5:30 local time. Well, it's not yet 5:30, it's almost 5:20 actually. But at 5:30, a convergence will take place, and we can join that via the Wizard's Tower. So I've logged into my dedicated convergence character. And let's just prep and let's see if we get, a successful convergence this morning. So, of course, when logging in, you already get the login reward from the Wizard's Vault. It's only 5 Astral Acclaim, and we can also kind of take a look at the dailies for today. So complete one event in Kantha, dodge 3 enemy attacks using a dodge roll, gather 25 crafting resources, and loot 10 defeated enemies, which we can definitely do. So I'm actually focusing on PvE objectives only, mainly because I focus a lot on PvE in-game. And for me personally, they are more easy to complete. So if you are someone who plays all 3 game modes of Guild Wars 2, you can always, check the boxes for PvP or World versus World, or if you are actually a PvP player or a World versus World player only, you can also just select the other game modes. But for me, PvE is it, so let's just keep it at PvE. And the same goes for my weeklies, actually. So I've done a lot of weeklies yesterday. I only need to complete one more to grab, the weekly completion chest. I only need to kill 3 champion ranked enemies, and that will definitely, hopefully, happen during, the convergence. So let's get our mail. So I also have these expedition teams or the requisition teams post in my home instance and for various expansions, and every morning when you log in they send you a delivery box with all the stuff they've collected. I will show you guys later in the home instance, but for now I'm just gonna accept it. I've set it on tokens because I usually have a rough time collecting tokens. I would, have to buy them via the trading post, but now I just get them via the mail.
Feel the fury.
Some things from End of Dragons, and also some essences, and also some Curious Merced currencies and Rotten Titan Embers from, the Gentile Wilds expansion. So let's send it to my bank, and let's check the time. So we still have about 8 minutes left before the convergence starts, and we can enter the instance. So I only actually focus on just the random pug convergence. So I don't usually join a an organized squad via looking for groups. So let's check all the buffs I have. 2 hours and 16 minutes, and I don't actually need to refresh these buffs. So yeah, let's go up. So we still have about 7 minutes. And let's wait. So there's already a couple of people waiting here. I'm currently malnourished, so I need to consume a food item to regain nourishment, but I will do so when we actually go in and the gate opened of the convergences, and we can actually go in and start. Okay, so just 1 more minute to go, and everyone is prepping, lighting firework. But you might think, hey, this is quite you know, small group, but
I
if
could
all
outrun
goes
a
well,
centaur.
we'll get put together with other people as well. So let's just see how it goes. Sometimes, you know, especially when you do a public convergence, it can be kind of hit and miss. I've noticed, you know, it also kind of depends on the time of the day. Sometimes in the morning, it goes very, very like smooth. And, you know, during the day, it doesn't really go smooth at all. And sometimes in the evening, it goes pretty good as well. It
I could
also kind of
outrun a
depends
centaur.
on the day. I usually feel more luck during the week than during the weekends. So, you know, it's not very like I haven't done great research or anything, but
Sharper
let's
still.
see. Okay, so people should be coming in now. Wolf, that's like, we need at least like 35 people. But let's see how far we'll get. Oh dear, I was a bit afraid of this. That this would happen, but yeah. Oh yeah.
Portal in as soon as we lost
Grab
track
this
of your
one.
astral fluctuation. I'll need to focus on maintaining our tether to Tyria. The nearest waypoint is a little out of range, so reviving will be a challenge. Luckily, Laban taught me a few tricks. Resurrection spells take a lot of magic. The best source of that here is going to be the essence that Eparch's grunts drop. Bring that essence to me, and I'll do the rest.
Okay, so let's join the commander tag. Oh wait.
Nothing can save
It's over.
Little hard to concentrate
Okay.
with catapults lobbing stones at
So
my
what we
face.
usually do is just do a little round, getting these siege engines destroyed, and then focus on some of the champions at the center island, and then, you know, go to each, kind of try to spread out to get all the different islands cleared. Yeah, they're a small group, so. But, you know, it doesn't automatically mean it's failed and we're doomed, you know? Usually this part of the convergence is pretty doable, you know? But sometimes you notice that when it kind of depends on the final boss that spawns, that people kind of lose like faith and are like, oh, this is not gonna work, and they just give up and die en masse, which is really ugh. But you know. Also, you know, sometimes it's of course
Take them down, and I could throw that tower back in their face.
I'm also wondering, you know, if people get a lot of lag, it might not be a really great experience.
Your life force.
But yeah.
Possession thing to worry about.
So let's just drop off these essences to heal Zoja, and kind of.
Lethal combination. I like your
May the sands take you.
Sharp blade, sharp line. Not there anymore.
More high quickness. Spread out to defeat them. Maybe we can lure out whoever's pulling their strings.
So let's see if we can get through the next phase. So I actually usually bring only my Virtuoso for this because she has a lot of CC, which means it's really easy for her to break the break bar. And I like, you know, fighting from range. So I'm also wearing like celestial gear, so that she's a bit more tough than, you know. Fuck. No. Yeah.
Time to do some real damage.
Because, you know, when you are in a puck, sometimes you get lucky and there are very great players with you that, you know, are still dedicated healing and that kind of stuff. But usually you kind of are on your own as well. So I prefer to be, you know, a bit like somewhat tougher, so that you're able to survive and are not, you know, and don't go down too much. That's good. Okay, so I think I should head back to heal Zoja afterwards, after this one.
Sharper still. You're finished.
I've beaten you, but you don't know it yet. Sharper still.
Oh, thank God. Zoja has been healed.
I feel good.
Push a bit further here. Okay, let's move on.
Sharp blade, sharp mark.
So even though you are focusing on, you know, trying to get all the islands clear, it's also very important to keep an eye on Zoja, because if she goes down, we'll get pulled back into Tyria, and yeah.
Another. Dodge this.
So my bar is already full, so I think I'll go drop it off. Drop off my collected essences. Oh, too bad for the tree trunk. And then head back, because usually we can really push further, you know, and really clean up. But since we're don't have that much people right now. I think it's better to be safe than to be, you know, totally blind for what is happening on the center island. Be somewhat foolish. And of course, you know, if you are a commander who kind of groups everyone and helps with that, make sure there are subgroups and everything, it can go, of course, a whole lot smoother, but we're all kind of drinking our morning coffees and try to get this done. Everybody kind of knows what they should be doing.
Release!
You can't keep a good man down. Bad shape here.
You're finished. Another.
Nice. Okay, so let's grab more orbs and drop them at Soja again. Okay, let's check the mini-map. So there are only 2 islands still left. Let's get that siege engine down, because the siege engines respawn and then they also, you know, target Soja, which is not good. So do we need to go up? Okay. Oh, sweet. So this will be final champion before like the big bad spawns.
Sharper still. Slice him apart. You are
Okay, let's grab all the essences and give Soja a boost. As we, you know... Okay, it's Sorrow. Okay, so, well, Sorrow isn't as scary as it was when it was first introduced, so... yeah. We can totally get this done. It's gonna be yeah. No, I'm sure we can do this. Soja all the time. And so a nice thing about having a Warclaw now with Gentle Wells is that you can mount up during combat and then scoop up all the essences and go back again. So that way you are a little more agile when it comes to, you know, the convergence and grabbing essences and healing Zoja during the different phases. Sometimes, you know, don't wait until you have like a full green bar or anything and just drop it off, because when you get downed you lose all your essences, and that really sucks, you know, because you definitely need them for So with each 25% of its health going down, it will, you know, move to a new place in the map. So now it's like on 75%, I guess. Oh, wait. CC, get that bar. And we need to keep an eye on Soja as well. Come on, drop some essences. Yes. Go. Essences, bring them to Zoja. Oh, careful. Whoops. Yeah, that's the kind of like, come on, 7% to go, and then Okay, 1% before Solo hops over to a different spot. Yes, got it. Grab the essences. Off.
Reviving our fallen.
Wait. Where? Oh. Ah, there. I was like, where did she go? Okay, so we're halfway.
The dragon waits. Hold it together.
Oh no. Definitely need essences now. Oh no! Come on! Yes, come on, let's go.
Smash them. Concentrate. Wash the pain away.
Here. It's not good. Yeah, this phase can, with all enemies, can be quite, rough.
Sharper still.
Oh darn. That's really getting close.
Can't stop me. Go back to school. Let's go.
Let's get this. Oof, I think we're gonna fail with this. Yeah. At least we should,
It's making its way to the center island. We can have this
let's grab as much as essences. Like I said, like this phase, especially at this spot, is usually a bit meh. Especially when people start to get like a bit disoriented.
I feel good.
But yeah. Okay. Time to really bring this home. Yeah, okay. Grab those essences.
Rejoining the fight. Force. Think faster.
Oh wait, there's actually a banner here. Oh, here, okay. Let's get it.
All before the storm. Sharp blade, sharp line.
Okay, we're almost there.
I'm fading fast.
Sharper still. You will obey. I feel good. Another person.
Woof.
House is not my scene. Let's head back. Breathe in some fresh air.
Okay, cool. So, we did it! Okay, let's refresh the banners because they're here. Quite handy. And yeah. Well, at least we got a weekly conversions done today. Let's leave the squad as well. A lot of that's a lot of chests. Except
Replenishing.
and accepts. Okay, let's go back. So we did our morning convergence. It got a little tight in the third phase, but fortunately we made it through. Even though we were like we didn't have that much people. Usually you prefer like to have a full squad, but then also of course people doing something. You always risk with convergences or big events, of course, that there are people just standing there, which can be sometimes really, disheartening to see, when you're seeing just people just standing there waiting. Because if you just, do something during a convergence, it helps a lot, and it isn't that super difficult. So yeah, okay, so let's check what we got. Let's see, we also completed 2 objectives, the weekly, like I thought. Like we defeated 3 additional champions to get a 10-10, so we can claim that and also claim the weekly completion chest. For the dailies, we also dodged a lot, so of course we completed this. Oh wait, I'm already over. So as you can see, you can the max is actually 1300 Astral Acclaim. You can claim over it, but then if you are already over the the limit, you can't claim anymore. So I'm trying to keep my Astral Acclaim as close to 1300, sort of kind of before next week a new patch will drop, and also the Wizard's Vault will refresh. So I don't have that much stuff that I can want to buy anymore, so I've kind of slowed down spending, and but now it kind of gets in the way with claiming my Astral Acclaim. So I'm just gonna grab the gold so that I can... Oof, I'm still not there. Wow. Okay. Maybe...
Replenish.
Yeah. It's still quite early in the week, so let's do that. Claim this, and then...
Oh, shiny.
Oh, cool. A Sky Scale weapon box.
I could outrun a centaur.
I will keep an eye, like
Time
I
to
will
do some
select
real
one of
damage.
these at a later time. And Rift Essences, oh wait. Let's first do this. And this.
They'll have to hit much harder.
Okay, so 100 essence. Okay, let's do the masterwork.
I could outrun a centaur.
And then drop something off at the account vault or the bank. This. Okay, so we've done the convergence, and it's time to move on to do the other Astral Acclaim objectives in the Wizard's Vault, and really do my daily routine. So usually I just do the convergence once a week to get the reward from that. Let's see.
I could outrun a centaur.
the weekly convergence. You can do 3 and you get additional convergence extraction boxes. But if you do it at least once, you get the unstable rift motivation. If you don't use it yourself to get, to open up the convergence when you enter, you can always, like here,
I could outrun a
you can
centaur.
actually sell it for 7 gold or, yeah. And usually at the start of the week, the price is a bit lower than towards the end. Because of course a lot of people try to do their weeklies or try to do their everything at the start of the week so that they can relax later in the week. So yeah, you can always sell it, just do it once a week and then you get a decent price for an unstable
could
rift
outrun a
motivation
centaur.
if you don't use it yourself. So, and I also got I have my 100 convergences done. Finally, I haven't done it daily or every week, every single time, but now I at least did 100, so that's done. Okay, so let's switch over to
I
a
could
different
outrun a
character.
centaur.
So Lord Benevolence is actually my character that does all the harvesting from the homestead, or of course it used to be the home instance, but now with Gentile Wilds we get our own homestead. But I still park him here at the Wizard's Tower because of the resting bonus. I'm incredibly well rested and my experience earned in the open world is temporarily increased by 25%. It's slightly, personally for me currently, it's slightly better than the resting bonus offered by the homestead. So I usually keep him here at the Wizard's Tower, where I can immediately talk to Gharr, Leadclaw, and check his exchanges. So let's pick like a light karmic crafting bag with their 3 crafting materials. I usually get 5, but sometimes 3 is also okay. It kind of depends how much of the stuff you need. So here currently not anything really special that I need. Let's go for the small karmic crafting bag. There are other tabs you can go to exchange stuff, but I currently don't really have anything I need from this or am willing to exchange. So we've done that, and let's conjure our door to the homestead. Travel. So yeah, I haven't really done much with my homestead. There are players who have made amazing decorations in their homestead, totally obscuring, all the buildings here and making amazing environments from their own homesteads. But I actually just threw down some plants and trees, and I did decorate inside, but I'll leave that for a different video. So my main focus currently for Guild Wars 2 is of course following the new patches, or when they come in for Gentile Wilds, and follow the story, and also still working on my 3rd legendary armor set. I still want to, craft also some runes and sigils as well. And then after that, if I don't have anything else to do, I will probably focus my attention on the homestead. So for now, I'll just go in here to grab all my, plans and things and log off again. So here is the Black Lion requisition teams post, and here you can kind of send off your exploration teams to or your expedition teams to an End of Dragons map, a Secrets of the Obscure map, Gentile Wilds, and also grab some trophies. So yeah, it can be somewhat expensive, and it's not like if you buy these, it's not like that you get the value back in a very short time, but it's just more of a thing to have that can be, you know, quite handy. It makes things slightly easier when it comes to collecting materials, but yeah. So what I do daily is fuse 25 quartz crystals into one charged quartz crystal, and I can use the quartz crystals to grab provisioner tokens, and provisioner tokens can be very useful when you craft legendary gear. So every day I fuse 25 of the quartz crystal into, yeah. Also, a dragon pinata. And you can grab these when Dragon Bash Festival is up, and it gives you the opportunity to save up Saitafi during the full year and not just only during the festival. So, yeah, that can be quite handy. A crystallized supply cache.
Nice gear.
I do not have a full home instance or homestead, so I don't have all the nodes. Some I actually went for because I really wanted to have them, and others I unlocked miraculously. And yeah, so yeah, collect resources. And let's go to the mine.
That looks valuable.
And get our gift from the Winter State tree and collect resources. So while doing so, you know, just harvesting from our home instance or our homestead, we actually also got the 25 crafting resources objective done. And actually we only need one. So for example, if you don't have any time to scour events in Kanta, you can skip this one and just go for loot 10 defeated enemies. But yeah, we're gonna do both. So I'm gonna send this off to my material storage, unpack, open, and this one, send it off again. And let's see, let's go to the gobbler. So the ley energy matter converter, I switch around between the vial of check acid and the packed crowbar to open the chests at the start, at the beginning here. So let's go for the packed crowbar today. Unfortunately, I don't have any or enough ley line crystals to grab these purchases. So I'll leave it here and then go to the karmic converter. I always try to grab as much as obsidian as I can. So 1 bag of obsidian and
Thank you.
the sentient oddity. Yeah. So I've actually expanded my material storage to 1750. You'll start with 250, but you know I enjoy gathering in the game, so I reach max material storage quite fast, and because I'm crafting a lot of stuff and focusing on, you know, crafting legendary armor and also like runes and sigils in the future, I just like having to store everything in my material storage and have a lot of materials so I can craft a lot of stuff immediately instead of, you know, having only a stack of 250 and then having to remove that stack to my account vault and, you know, blah. It's just, I think that's slightly irritating. But of course, it's a quality of life upgrade. Sometimes, you know, the material storage expansions are on sale in the gem store, and you know you can pick them up if you also think it's very handy to have a larger material storage, but don't feel super bothered by it if you're just starting out. But let's clear some material because it's getting close to 1750. I already have a lot of bloodstone dust piles, so let's just buy 6 and get the number down a bit. With the gobblers, this one, let's just buy 2. And Star of Gratitude. Yeah, no, I can keep it like that. And Princess as well. So you usually get just a lot of junk material, but also sometimes some other stuff that can be cool and or handy. But yeah, so let's deposit all materials, and I think we're kind of done here at the homestead. So I'm gonna leave the instance and return to the wizard's tower, sell off the junk, and then move on to a different character. So I actually have a lot of characters and I've parked them at different spots where I can open up chests or farm things. And, you know, it kind of depends. I don't want to say like, oh, you should be doing this every day. I think a daily routine really depends on what you are trying to, you know, achieve in the game, what you like to do. Maybe if you have also like just limited time to play, you don't want to waste your time on hopping around characters, opening chests, and just, you know want to follow the story or something. But for now, let's move on to a different character. So here in the Black Citadel, like the main city of the Char, I have Cassius Ripclaw parked at the provisioner, or the faction provisioner, and I always buy a provisioner token each day for 1 obsidian shard. And as mentioned, you know, I need these provisioner tokens for my legendary crafting because 50 provisioner tokens give me a gift of craftsmanship. And yeah, that's quite handy to have, but it takes kind of slow because it's kind of, there's a limit of, you know, provisioner tokens. You know, you can buy 1 more per account if I use like 20 large skulls, but you know, if I used my obsidian shard, I can just only use that once a day. So it's a smart thing to, you know, keep in mind to grab a provisioner token at least once a day when you're able to, because you need a lot of them to buy these gifts of craftsmanship. So yeah. Okay, so we've done that, and we're saying goodbye to Cassius again and hop over to a different character.
Thanks.
So in Caledon Forest, I have Maliki the Lost parked at a Splendid chest at the end of one of my favorite jumping puzzles here in the Maguma jungle at the starter area for the Sylvari. If you don't have multiple characters that you can park at the jumping puzzle, this one is actually quite doable. And it definitely, when I managed to do a jumping puzzle, because, you know, I'm very bad at them, I was very happy. I finished this one. But okay, so a Splendid chest. Let's open it. And here I usually, you know, go for the Imperial fragments. You can grab these usually at the end of a jumping puzzle. It's easy. It's very easy to, you know, collect these from the chest every day. And some unidentified gear, which immediately went to the stack here. So let's deposit all materials. Of course, there are some items that can be sent to my material storage. And what I usually do at the end of the week, if I have a lot of things stored, I'll use my 1000 Seas Pavillion pass to go there. So let's, you know, do it for now as well. And then, you know, here at the 1000 Seas Pavillion, you have all the crafting stations, also, you know, your account vault, the guild bank, the trading post, and of course the merchant. And I usually just sell everything off, which I can sell you know, via or send away to the material storage, and then return to my previous location. Like this, return to my previous map, and then I'll go back to the Caledon Forest, and I'm back at the chest again. So, yeah, moving on. So at the domain of Kourna, which is actually a Living World Season 4 map, I usually go here at the Arjok farmlands, or Palawa's Benevolence point of interest, and grab all the plants here or harvest them. And it's actually a great place to do multiple objectives at the same time. So by doing some chores around here, you'll be able to also complete the Renown Heart, respond to the food shortage in the Arjok farmlands. There's also a vista here, so if you have to do, for example, a Renown Heart or complete a Renown Heart, you can do it here as including, you know, doing watching a vista in the Crystal Desert. Sometimes you get lucky and there are also events around here. So if you need to do an event in the Crystal Desert, you can also do that here. And it's a very easy place for looting 10 defeated enemies. Because the village here is quite starving and unfortunately they have resorted to eating rats. And the village butcher needs you to complete, hunt for rats and deliver some rat meat to him. So you only need to kill these 10 rats and then you get a piece of meat, but that actually counts as a looted enemy. It doesn't count as a defeated enemy. For example, kill 10 enemies in the Crystal Desert. That doesn't count, but you can still, you know, kill rats to loot them. And here, you know, I go for the flax, for the piles of flaxseed. Let's see, sell my items. They actually fetch a great price for 2 silver and 57 copper. And if you, of course, have a whole pile of these flax seeds, you can sell them off for some great gold. So yeah. So let's kill some rats and work on the objectives. So this place is also great to get, you know, some additional karma. After you've completed a Renown Heart and respond to the food shortage in Arjok farmlands, you can actually go to the heart vendor and buy some cakes that actually give you some additional karma, but only if you, you know, if you were careful with doing some of the tasks here, you actually get the full reward. And it kind of depends if you've burned healthy crops or if you only burned the, you know, diseased crops or the infected crops. So if you think, you know, like, okay, no, this is nothing for me. I hate being careful with burning crops. You can also just burn one crop and, you know, focus on collecting red meat and destroying some Palawa Joko statuettes around the farm to complete your Renown Heart. Since we're kind of relaxed here, we're not in a hurry. Let's just be careful and burn all the crops. So if you don't feel like doing that and are like, yeah, torch the place, just burn one. And once we've completed the Renown Heart, I'll show you guys why being careful was you know, the way to go. Okay. So let's continue with grabbing some of the plants here. And as I mentioned, you know, if you're like, okay, well, I don't want to burn all those crops. I might accidentally burn some healthy crops. So you can always look for these little statues and break them. And it will also help you with your heart. Like that. There are some more around here, so even if you didn't, you know, burn all the crops, you can also fill up the heart with breaking multiple statues.
Bring it on.
So if you're curious about some other locations of the statuettes, there's one here on the roof. And also here in the corner. And then there's also one here in the house. And there are two more. Let's see. Here on the roof in the corner. And also at the top of this roof. So it can happen that there are other players around and they're also, you know, killing all the rats, and you don't have any more rats to, you know, trade in or harvest the rat meat from. You can focus on the statuettes to kind of, you know, fill up your heart. So we currently have like 10 pieces of rat meat. So you probably need around 15, I think, if you're not really doing any statuettes. But yeah, so village butcher. So here we've completed the heart. Accept, send this off, and go to Clan Marshal Sana. Glad to pitch in. What do you have here? And here you get to see like 3 Debbie cakes. Double click to consume. Made with love. Grants a small amount of karma when consumed. And you can buy it actually for 0 karma. So what if you've accidentally torched, you know, a healthy crop? You can only buy 1 Debbie cake. So let's sell junk. Go here. Switch our harvesting tools around. And then double click. So you get like 250 karma for each Debbie cake. And yeah, I mean, you can't have enough karma, right? So let's move on and park it back at the spot where I usually log in. And let's see. We got the objective. I'm not gonna claim like the daily completion chest right now, because I usually claim it in one of my main characters. So for now, let's close off and switch to my next character. So we're currently in Thunderhead Peaks, and here at Thunderhead Peaks I usually, you know, fly around to casually grab some volatile magic. And also, when I was still leveling up my Path of Fire masteries or my Living World Season 4 masteries, I would also go here and just, you know, enjoy the ambience. So yeah, it's also a map that is part of Living World Season 4. So here there are these little orbs. You get like
Scouting reports ready, Commander.
a
Whenever
whole
you
bunch
want
of
it.
experience from this, and then you can just fly around gather all so I've already, you know, completed all the Path of Fire masteries, which means to get a full experience bar, I only need 254,000 experience. So by doing this kind of daily, I'm not only kind of, you know, grabbing all these volatile magic, which is a currency which you can use, which is very handy, by the way. I will show you guys later what you can use it for. But I'm also kind of passively, you know, gathering experience again. And then if I have a full experience bar, I earn a spirit shard, which I again can use for legendary crafting. So even these small little things, even if it's just, you know, flying around in the game, doing super easy stuff while drinking my morning coffee. I'm actually working on multiple things in the game at the same time. So, yeah. Let's open this up and also switch around the harvesting tools.
Do you need my report?
Let's go here. Okay, so I usually just grab all the volatile magic in this room, but now I'll also go to the next room and grab some here, because I'm actually really, I feel I'm quite low on Unbound magic, to be very honest. So I'll just go here and try to grab as much as possible. Let's go here. So, I usually don't do this every day, but let's go and I'll just show you guys why I am kind of bulking up on the volatile magic. So here you have Kaineng, the volatile magic collector. If you go here, you know, you can see what he actually is selling. So you can actually buy obsidian shard for 100 volatile magic and 96 copper. But I usually just, you know, focus on the trophy shipment. And that's 250 volatile magic and 1 gold. So let's do that. Buy 1 and then open it up. And as you can see, there are a lot of amazing materials in here which you can use for you know, to craft you know, your gifts of magic and your gifts of might. It's actually a cheaper way sometimes to grab these tier 5 crafting materials than, you know, ordering them from the trading post. And it definitely helps if you need a lot of them, but of course you need to spend a lot of volatile magic to do so. I used to have a whole lot more, but I definitely used a lot of trophy shipments to grab a lot of these materials for a somewhat lower price. And of course, it's not as targeted when you buy something straight from a trading post. You can also, you know, get stuff that you don't actually need, but then you can always sell that overflow via the trading post again. So let's send all the materials to our material storage and move on to the next map. So I'm going to a season 3 map. I'm going to Bloodstone Fen. Yeah, so oops, I actually put them back, but I really need my unbreakable tools. So let's go here. And in this map, I'm actually doing the same thing as I did in Thunderhead Peaks, but now I'm actually just going for the Unbound magic. Let's see, and also grab some wood and some ore along the way. So the palm saplings actually give me elder wood. And you can also refine these into planks and then sell those planks for a pretty good price via the trading post. So it's a very casual and super passive way to kind of, you know, earn some gold. Let's go here. Nice, an ancient sapling. And I'll just, you know, I don't hit every spot, just like I try to grab as much as possible. But if you are doing this somewhat daily, you know, you don't have to hit every spot, every harvesting spot. Especially when there are all these crazy white manta running around. Oof, for a champion, you don't wanna face on your own. Usually skip out on all the muscles. Yeah. Head towards the crater, and this is a great spot to farm, you know, bloodstone crystals. Usually you'll get, you know, enough bloodstone crystals and you actually just want to get rid of those instead of, you know, having to really actively hunt them. But yeah, I usually go here for the bloodstone dust and the mithril ore. So let's grab from this as well. go for those. Okay, let's go down. And you know, it's similar to Thunderhead Keep, where you can, you know, train for the Path of Fire masteries or Living World Season 4. Here, you know, you can train the Heart of Thorns masteries, and if you have, you know, maxed them out, you can also try to fill up your experience bar and earn some spirit shards. So I'm currently on 592 mastery points. I am only missing the ones for the raids. So yeah, as you can see, the raid track is also missing, but it only unlocks when I'm actually setting foot in a raid and actually do one, but I haven't done so in all these years. So okay, so let's switch around the harvesting tools so I can use them on my next character. And I always park back at Thunderhead Peaks. So we're heading over to the Echovald Wilds, which is a map in the End of Dragons expansion. And here I actually focus on some chests. I actually hit 3 chests. I know there are more, but these are chests that are very easily accessible. So I'm mainly focused on the Jade Runestones. You'd need them if you want to craft the, you know, legendary arena weapons, and they still kind of sell well. So what I usually do is just, you know, grab them every day from a chest, and if I am in need of a lot of gold because I need to buy globs of ectoplasm, I sell them off, and probably if I don't need to sell them off anymore, I will use them again to craft a legendary weapon. But as you can see, I can sell them for a pretty good price still, 46 silver and 94 copper. And yeah, so of course if you, you know, sell a lot of them, it still is like you fetch a pretty good price. So deposit all materials, and you know, I just wait until his inventory gets a bit more full, and then I use the same trick, go to the Thousand Seas, or use the Thousand Seas Pavilion Pass to sell all the stuff, and go back to the same map. So let's switch around to my second character here in the Echovald Wilds. There's a grand chest here which we can open, and for our Jade Runestone and also our ancient coins, and then we'll use the prototype position rewinder, which is a pretty cool gizmo you can get in the Living World Season 4 map. Let's just, you know, because we're taking it slow today. Oh, I haven't I haven't been here with this character, so I'll just put it in the blog post at NERDSHOCK.com, where you can find the position rewinder in one of those maps. Or of course, if you are interested, you know, it's called the prototype position rewinder, and you can, you know, look it up at the official wiki of Guild Wars 2 at wiki.guildwars.com. But yeah, okay, so what it does is when you double click it and equip it, you can mark your location, and it will save your location for a couple of seconds. So what I do is mark my location and then plunge to my, no, not to my death, but yeah. I see some other players who use their mounts and they can, you know, dive down and be very graceful, but I've tried it once, and you know, it actually took me longer to get down than just jumping. So open a chest and click the second button, and bam, we're back. So, oh, whoa. We shouldn't fall down. So what it actually does is mark my location, and then when I'm like, oh dear, wait, what? Oh, I need to wait 14 seconds. let's just do that again when the cooldown has finished. And then you can return. Boom. And it's very handy with, you know, doing jumping puzzles as well. So you can save your location, and even when you're falling down actively, you can still, you know, revert back to your marked location. So that's quite, you know, if you're bad at jumping puzzles like me, it was a lifesaver. Of course, you can always, you know, if there is a friendly commander who is at the top of a jumping puzzle or at the end, you can TP to that commander. But if you are like, no, I'm going to do this jumping puzzle, but you need to, you know, need a little bit more help during the way, you can like use your prototype position rewinder. So let's deposit all materials, and you know, let's keep this here, and I'll get rid of it later. So let's move on. So at New Kaineng City, which is also a map of the End of Dragons expansion, there's this super cool chest at the end of a jumping puzzle, and here we also open it for the ancient coins and the Jade Runestones. So we got this, deposit all materials, and then let's switch to the next character. So the Crystal Oasis, which is of course a map in Path of Fire, is the first map you'll enter when you when you start the expansion. And here you can find a rich quartz crystal formation. So instead of like 3 pieces, you can actually get 10 pieces of these. And at the start, with Lord Bendable in our homestead, I used 25 of these to, you know, transform them in a charged quartz crystal. And of course, I need I need quartz crystals in order to charge them up. So I also hit this gathering node each day to grab fresh crystals. So yeah, 1 character down, and I actually have 2 characters parked here. So let's move on. So let's grab the mining tool. And switch it back and switch over to the Fields of Ruin. So in the Fields of Ruin, there's also a gathering node for a rich gathering node, in this case for iron. And interestingly, usually, you know, you get about 10 of these like or ingots, but this one is actually quite rich. So sometimes you get actually 18, and now I get 14, but yeah, it's a pretty great, you know, node. So I usually park my little Asura here, or Asura, my Silvari here in this very dark place. But yeah, to grab some iron, very handy. And then let's park her safely up here and switch around the mining picks again. And yeah, let's switch. So we're back in Queensdale, and we're actually close to Beetleton, the Shire of Beetleton and the Beetleton Farms, closer to the Beetleton Waypoint. And here I usually go to gather lettuce and also do some handy veteran killing, because it's a starter area and it's full. There are some veterans here, and they're quite easy to kill. So if you have a Wizard's Vault objective like kill 5 veterans, I usually just go back to Queensdale and kill 5 veterans, very, very chill and casual. But let's see. Wait, oh no. I think because, yeah, this is like that spot, you know, that's kind of tricky. So what happened is when we actually entered the map, we saw a lot of lettuce here, but then it actually disappeared. So what happened is that I was a bit later yesterday to do my dailies, and I'm already at my tax. So usually, like gathering nodes, they respawn with a daily reset. But sometimes there's also a timer when it comes to like 24 hours. So yesterday I didn't wake up at 4 a.m., but actually quite later. So there's less than 24 hours between my farming sessions. So it didn't, it probably didn't, I'm probably already on my max here. But usually I go here to grab some lettuce because I noticed when we again go to the trading post, a head of lettuce is 1 silver 49 when you sell it. So that's a pretty decent price because if you look at it, usually you could just sell lettuce for 1 copper via a regular vendor, a regular merchant, and an NPC here in game. But if you sell it via the trading post, that's a pretty nice price. So yeah, and we can just actually usually, not today, but lettuce is so easy to grab. But yeah, unfortunately, not for Tybalt today. So let's switch over. And also, we don't have any veterans to kill, so we can move on to our next character. So log out. So I hopped over to Ilu Caduceus, and let's see if I need to refresh things. So Ilu Caduceus is definitely one of my main characters. So I'll grab the daily chest. Oh, there's still 1 event to complete in Kantha, so we can do that as well later on. But first I'm going to refresh some of my the Jade Tech offensive overcharge and also the defensive overcharge. And again, I also have him parked at the Wizard's Tower for the resting bonus.
Careful. The tower is easy to get lost in. Might
That's
step
just...
through a door and end up in Kirin Peak.
So I already mentioned that I used the obsidian shards to buy those provisioner tokens in the Black Citadel. Of course, obsidian shards, you can also use them for other crafting purposes. For example, the mystic clovers, you can create them with obsidian shards. But when it comes to the quartz crystal, rent a Scorch Maul in the Wizard's Tower is also a faction provisioner, and you can click on him, and with 1 charged quartz crystal, I currently have like 42, I can also buy 1 provisioner token. So as mentioned, I need a gift of craftsmanship. I currently have like 35 provisioner tokens in my wallet, so let's buy 15. Of course I can buy a whole lot more, but and I have used like the charged quartz crystals for those, so that's why I'm actually every day charging these quartz crystals so that I can exchange them for provisioner tokens, and then if I have a 50 I can buy another gift of craftsmanship. So I think I have actually enough gift of craftsmanships to create or finish my legendary armor set, but I also need them for legendary runes. So that's why I continue to, exchange my obsidian shards, charge the crystals, and buy provisioner tokens every day. So let's go to the bank to put them safely in my bank. Like this, like 5. And also send some luck to my material storage. Or material storage to my account vault. I don't think I have other stuff. Yeah. So I've refreshed, yeah, the Jade Tech overcharges. So let's go to the 1000 Sea Pavillion Pass and do a little detour. Use it to go to some fishing locations and do some daily tasks. Like the final one, like complete one event in Kantha and also some other stuff. So first, you know. Yeah, you might think, wait, is this your daily routine? Because this isn't a daily routine in 15 minutes. I mean, do I actually need to do all this? Of course you don't. And I'm taking it very slowly now. So usually I'm not waffling all the time, and I'm very, very like focused and just hit login, switch characters and stuff. But of course, if I would do that now, today in this video, it would be like really like, what is she doing? It's crazy. She's switching around, doing all this stuff. Probably we need to understand, but she doesn't explain anything. So yeah. So we're back in Caledon Forest. Of course, we were here before for the jumping puzzle, but now I'm actually here to kill 10 crates. And I want to do so because I want to save up on these ornate rusted keys. And with these keys, I can open sunken treasure. And what I actually want to do in the long run is, let's see, go to his equipment and to his water breather to, you know, save up so I can upgrade my account swim speed infusion. So I currently have a swim speed boost of 15%. But of course, he can swim a lot faster, I hope. But it's a task that, yeah, you need a lot of these infusions to actually upgrade it. But, you know, you have to start somewhere, so I quite enjoy doing this. And also sometimes, you know, do an event at the same time. For example, I need to kill a lot of crate to get their crate skins. And then I can trade, like, bring them to Kuyatl and finish up the event. So I noticed someone already started, but oh yeah, someone is swimming around here, so yeah, it's good. So I still need to kill a couple. So let's hope. So usually when you're alone, you need about 15 or 19 to complete it. But of course, when there are more players, the event scales, so you need a bit more. And sometimes it really, like, sometimes people are like, oh god. They start this event and then they notice like, oh, I don't really want to do this, and they leave. And then it's like, oh, you still need to... So I've already completed the defeat 10 crate and a daily blood in the water achievement, so I got an ornate rusted key. So let's bring these crate skins and see how far we get. Probably need a little more, but...
It is good you have met me.
Ah, nice. Oh, there's a crit. So we only need to wait a minute. So we can actually kind of leave, but you know, in newer expansions I noticed that when you don't really stay close to the event, you kind of get this warning of you're no longer participating. So sometimes I'm a bit like, is this also for the older maps or just, you know, so I'll just try to kind of hang around It's probably not necessary in this starter map, but you know, I don't want to get used to it again and then just hit some events and then leave in like the newer maps and then not participate in a certain event anymore. So that sucks. Okay, done. So of course we kind of failed on gathering lettuce. So what I'm going to do now is go to a second patch where we can grab some lettuce. I usually don't grab lettuce there, but since we didn't get anything today, I'm also going to skip that event. Of course, when I'm actually just really just playing and don't have other stuff to do and just don't mind if I play a bit longer than just solely focusing on my dailies, I would have done the event, but now, you know, yeah. So I've got still some blueberries and lettuce over there, which I can harvest, but I need to switch around my harvesting tools. So as mentioned, Illicaduceus is one of my mains. He's my main guardian. And I've given him volatile magic harvesting tools, so I don't have to switch it around with my other characters. So back in the day, we didn't really have a lot of these shared inventory slots, and I actually bought a lot of sets of these unbreakable harvesting tools for my favorite characters, so that I didn't have to, you know, put them in the bank, go to the bank with my other character, equip them, and all my main line characters had their own harvesting tools. But Illicaduceus actually has the glyph of alchemy on his tools. It replaces gathering results with materials used in higher level crafting recipes. Material types are determined by the type of node gathered from. Mithril ore, elderwood, and selecting cooking ingredients can be improved a limited number of times each day. So what happens is that elderwood becomes ancient wood and mithril ore becomes orichalcum. And those materials are pretty epic. So if we go back to, you know, me gathering from the Living World Season 3 map, what was it? Bloodstone? Like, what? Oh yeah, Bloodstone Fen. There are a lot of trees there and gathering nodes that offer, you know, mithril ore and elderwood. So every day I switch around my character. So today I was with my little Asura, Warmaster Zav, and tomorrow I will probably go there with Illicaduceus so that he can harvest with his glyphs of alchemy and actually get orichalcum and ancient wood. And of course, I can refine those materials and sell them for a better price via the trading post without, you know, so that's, again, a very casual way to just relax, de-stress, gather materials, but also earn some gold in-game by getting those better materials. So, because I still want to grab lettuce and not a higher tiered item, I need to switch around my gathering tools. So I will switch them around with the harvesting tool with the glyph of volatility. So the volatility gives me the volatile magic, which I need to use for the, you know, the trophy shipments and stuff. So yeah, let's just switch it around, and let's not forget to switch it back, because sometimes that happens. Like you're just like, oh, I'm just, you know, gathering, logging in, logging out, and then you're like, wait, did I just forget to put them back? And they're somewhere stuck on a character. And then, of course, if you're totally lost, you can always use things like a Guild Wars 2 efficiency to kind of look and keep track of items on your account and maybe which character has what. So, yeah. Some blueberries, lettuce. Oh yeah, and then we still need to do one event in Kanta. it's a little bit of overkill, right? Oh yeah, okay. It's still early. Okay, let's send this off and let's go back to the Thousand Seas Pavilion Pass. So yeah. So even though I have like a small personal guild, I don't have a guild hall. And when I introduced like the Thousand Seas Pavilion, I really loved like the scenery. It's just so nice, and all the stuff that we have here. Of course, you know, at the start. Oh, taking a bit of a yeah. So at the start, a portal to Tyria. You know, you can use it to portal to every like interesting location. Like I have the North, Lion's Arch Aerodrome, Destiny's outside Central Tyria, for example, the Wizard's Tower or Arborstone, and also the capital cities, which is like nice. Of course, you can reach the capital cities via Lion's Arch, so that's, you know, it's not, you know, but I think I next to just having this as a really cool place to also kind of relax oh, kind of again, it's early, I'm just really tired still. No. So look, it's just so beautiful here, and you can also fish here, hang on the beach and stuff. And like if you are, you know, also have a small guild with your significant other, and you're just, you know, too small or too casual to claim your guild hall, you know, a pavilion pass like this is just perfect, you know, to at least have a sense. At least, you know, before we had homesteads, because at the time when I bought this pavilion pass thing, we never expected to get housing. So this was kind of a second house next to homestead instances. And one of the other reasons I grabbed the Thousand Seas Pavilion Pass is the portal to Tyria here, like the fishing portal or the unstable portal. And you can go to all sorts of fishing locations in Tyria, so like in Kryda, Ascalon, the Maguma Jungle, Shiver Peak Mountains, Ruins of Ore, Ring of Fire Islands. And of course, we just used the one to go to the Maguma Jungle, Maguma Jungle, to Caledon Forest. But you can also go to Metrica Province, the Mount Maelstrom, and, you know, awesome. Also, go back. So that was just Tyria, you know, but you can also go to Ilona, like the Elan Riverlands, Fabi, Istan, or the Sunswept Isles. Sunswept Isles. That's, of course, like a Living World Season 4 map. Pretty sweet. Of course, you probably need to have like the expansions to be able to go there, but or like the Living World seasons. But yeah, and also like Kanta. So you can go to Dragon's End, Echovald Wild, Seitung Province, or New Kaineng City. And of course, you can just return to your previous map. But we still need to do an event in Kantha. So let's go to Seitung Province. It's the starter map for the End of Dragons expansion. Well, in this case, of course, not like a low-level map, but the first map you'll enter. Oh, so there's already like an event going on. But yeah, the odds are quite not in our favor when it comes to that event.
You can never have too much treasure.
So we just, you know, got a hidden chest with a Jade runestone, some ancient coins. So let's go this way, see if there are any events. Ooh. And also, you know, grab some.
You can never
chests.
have too much treasure.
Oh wait, is there a boss or something? Oh, the Champion Oni, but it's a group event and I'm actually on my own, so I'm not sure if I will be able. Yeah, like this event is much better. So
So get to work or move it. Well, if you're going to loiter around,
Yeah. So this is a very handy event, like help Sancho tend the garden. Then you have to grab some weed and attend to like give some water to the dry soil. And it's such an easy event, and I used to do this event like a lot to earn an easy reward, like all the rewards you need for working on your legendary weapons, your legendary arena weapons. So Ilcaduceus actually uses Arene's Bite, which is the legendary great sword. So I usually focus on completing the event first before really, you know, do the gathering. So, you know, you're sure the event has been taken care of.
Advance.
Refreshing.
Oops. Oh, nice. It's done. And let's see, then we can, you know, start gathering. Oh, let's just start at the bottom. Yeah, while we're here, we might as well, you know? Another hidden chest.
Nice gear. Okay, so let's get one more hidden chest. Then you have to go up here and follow this. Done. Nice. So let's check inventory and send it all off. Let's head back to the Wizard's Tower with the teleportation scroll. And there's actually just one more daily thing I need to do before we actually can, you know, before we can wrap it up. So let's kind of sell all the stuff first. Okay.
Close this. And then let's store the essences of luck in the bank. Grab this final one. Okay, so just one more thing to check with Soulless Darkleaf here in the Echovald Wilds in Arborstone, the main hub here in the End of Dragons expansion. And here I always check Taro Everclaw. So in my last video discussing, you know, the handy resources, there's always this page for Taro where you can find like the fish he needs for his daily catch, and I was hoping he would have like an easy fish or at least a fish that I already caught before. So Soulless Darkleaf is currently my dedicated fishing character, and the main reason for that is I ate some food that gives him plus 150 fishing power, plus 18% magic find, and well, plus 10% of experience from kills. But I've also used a metabolic primer. And any food eaten while the primer is active will have the same remaining time as the primer, rounded up to the next hour. The metabolic primer does not stack. So normally a metabolic primer will last for 12 hours. So if I only log in with Soulless Darkleaf when I'm doing fishing stuff, I will get the maximum amount or maximum duration of his fishing bonus. So I usually just log in with Soulless Darkleaf for the fishing exchanges here in Arborstone.
How may I be of
And
service?
usually when I fish, and for example today Taro's is asking for a cherry barb as a daily catch, which you can trade in for a chunk of ancient ambergris. But if I didn't have a cherry barb, I would just, go out fishing and then at least try to catch multiple of the daily fish. Not because I can trade in multiple, but then I have a little stack of fish in my inventory which I can use to trade in, especially when I don't have that much time or I just want an easy trade. Then at least I have some fish in my inventory which I can trade in. And next time he needs a cherry barb. And I currently actually have 11 cherry barbs. So next time he's asking for a cherry barb, I don't really have to go out there and catch one. So let's just switch it for an ancient ambergris.
Integrity.
And again, ancient ambergris is needed to craft your legendary arene weapons. And it still fetches a pretty decent price at the trading post. So as you can see, one piece of ancient ambergris is like 2 gold, 11 silver, and 9 copper if I sell it. And buy price is kind of the same. So that's pretty great. And the chunk of ancient ambergris also returns in the Gentile Wilds expansion. So we might need that as well for the legendary stuff we can craft in the latest expansion. So it's good to keep an eye on. And so, yeah. Soulless didn't have to go out there to fish. We're kind of done. So overall, I did my daily stuff. 5 out of 4. There aren't any more objectives I can do. For the weekly, I've finished up my weekly today. And I still have some room to kind of, save up some Astral Acclaim before next week we get a Vault refresh in 7 days. So yeah, exciting. Well, as mentioned, usually doing my daily routine goes a lot faster, but I wanted to waffle. I wanted to talk with you and kind of explain my thought process and what I'm doing and things, and not be really, slick and fast and just jam it and cramp it in 5 minutes or so. So I hope you kind of enjoyed going with me on my daily routine. Maybe next time I will be able to take you with me on a weekly or do other interesting stuff in the game. And of course, you know, Basel will be back soon, and then we'll head towards Living World Season 1 and continue the journey. So thank you again for watching, and see you guys next time.